Hey you guys, it's Brandy Chanel. Welcome back to my channel. So listen, this is just a random video that I'm going to do on the Funky and Fruity podcast. These are just my random thoughts. This is something that I've been thinking about, pondering about ever since the shit went viral. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and get into Funky and Fruity podcast. Really, their names is Fresh and Fit whatever podcast. There's some clips of theirs that went viral this week. One of the clips was them disrespecting Asian Doll. I guess Asian Doll and another young lady, another black young lady, was, I guess having a sidebar conversation. One of the hosts, he got upset with her, and then Asian Doll came to her defense, and she basically just called him mean because of because of his tone. He was very aggressive. He was very, disrespectful in how he addressed that young lady. And, what kind of annoyed me is that this young lady was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean, whatever the case may be." And Asian Doll, she defended her by saying he was mean. And he got really upset about that. And, he got even more disrespectful with Asian Doll, and they had a little exchange, and she drank her Hennessy and she got up and left. And then another clip went viral of them basically saying, the same old shit. They don't date black women. They called us night riders. They called us LaQuishas and Shaniquas, and they was very disrespectful, and it seems like that's a trend that's going on. Ever since Kevin Samuels blew up, there's a trend of black men coming on YouTube creating these platforms to downgrade, disrespect, and they're doing it publicly. Okay, and I think they're doing it publicly because they want to do the same thing that Kevin Samuels did. So remember that video with Kevin Samuels basically telling this woman that she's average at best and she's not going to get a high value man because she looks average at best, or whatever the case may be. Even though, in my opinion, she was a beautiful woman, she made six figures, she was highly educated, but yet she doesn't deserve a high value man because she's average looking, whatever. So I feel like these men who are coming after Kevin Samuels they're seeing the success that he has, and they're doing the same thing, right? They're doing the same thing, trying to get a viral moment so that they can blow up and become this big, I guess YouTube star, because they seen what Kevin Samuels doing. And it's basically the same formula, right? Like, no one really cares that you don't date black women. Okay, no one really cares. And don't get on here saying it's your preference, because you can have your preference without calling us night riders. Okay, you can have your preference without saying that we're a bunch of LaQuishas and Shaniquas. You can have your preference, okay, but leave us out of it. Okay, we don't really give a damn whether you date black women or not. Okay, because quite honestly, I saw these men, and there's nothing appealing or attractive about these men. One of them got a big ass bald spot in the middle of his head, and the other one, while he calling other women night riders, he about my damn complexion. Okay, and they talking about fresh and fit. That motherfucker was very unfit. Okay, so that's what I don't get. Why do you feel like you have to get on here and disrespect black women to blow up? And the black women that go on that show, like, I don't even know why Asian Doll was even there. Like, I don't know why. Like, why would you go on there? Like, they have a history of doing this. It's just not Asian Doll. They have a history of doing this, of being disrespectful to black women. They've been disrespectful to black women, just the regular black women that come on there. Okay, so I don't know why she felt like she had to go on there. And to be quite honest with you, I feel like the reason why she didn't go off on their asses, like I think Asian Doll would have done, was because she didn't want to be betrayed. She didn't want to be portrayed in the media as an angry black woman. To me personally, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about being labeled an angry black woman, because quite honestly, I feel like with everything that's going on we have every right to be angry. I really don't give a fuck. I would have cussed their asses out and he would have been wearing that cup of Hennessy that I had. Okay. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if we're in your house. You don't disrespect me like that. And then the thing is, you literally, I mean, they hate black women. They hate black women. Okay, because there's no reason for you. You can like who you like, but there's no reason for you to be calling us out our names, right? There's no reason for that. So you just basically hate black women. And then I think one of the guys, he's not even really black. Like he would fall under the black and brown category, but he doesn't identify himself as black. But yet the co-host is black as hell, okay? And they're benefiting and profiting off of the black community. Okay. And furthermore, they have a bunch of black women around them that's helping them profit off of us. But yet they feel the need to disrespect us. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I wish that, and at the very least, and I'm no Kevin Samuels fan, but at the very least, at least he sounds intelligent. All right. Whether he's really intelligent or not, I don't know. But at least he sounds intelligent. And these two motherfuckers, they can barely string a sentence together that makes sense. It's the blatant disrespect. And here's the thing about going viral and trolling and getting a moment and all this stuff that seems to be the popular thing to do nowadays. The popular thing to do nowadays is to say some outlandish shit and to get a viral moment. But I don't think people realize that there are real life consequences for motherfuckers who just like to say shit to be saying shit and don't really want to hold themselves accountable for the disrespect. Okay? There's real life consequences. That fame you getting now and that clout that you get now, it doesn't last forever. It doesn't last. And the one thing that will make them really be canceled, because everyone wants to cancel them now, but they still trending. Okay, these motherfuckers are still trending. Their numbers is still going up. So what would really have made them canceled, or would have really canceled them in media, in social media, is if black women would not support them. That's all we have to do is not support them. Don't go on their shows. Like, I've literally seen black women on their shows. I don't know if it was them or another podcast, but I think it was them when they had a discussion about white people using the N-word and saying if black people feel some type of way about white people calling us the N-word, then that's something internal going on with us. We're insecure as not the fact that, the white people, they're the oppressors. They are the ones who created the word. Okay. Never mind about the fact that white people use that word to dehumanize us and degrade us. But it's something going on with us is the reason why they're using the word. And then you have this white woman over there saying, yeah, yep, exactly. And then the black woman, she was trying to say something, but the guy, he shut her down, wouldn't let her speak or anything like that. So this is not just a one-time thing. This is something that is continuously going. It's just a trend nowadays. It's just a trend. Black men, there are certain black men out there. I don't want to categorize all black men, but there are black men out there who really feel like they have been oppressed. They really feel like that. They feel like they are the victims. They've been oppressed, and it's our fault. It's black women's fault. Because the Kevin Samuels of the world and the fresh and fit people of the world will tell us the reason why the black family has disappeared or whatever is because of us. We're single because of us. They're single because of us. The way black men have grown up to be, degenerates and abusive and everything else is because of their black mothers. It's all because of us. No accountability at all on a black man's part. None. And it's really sad. And, sometimes, I am married to a black man, but sometimes I can understand why black women do date outside their race. I can understand that. We have black women out here dying because they're turning black men down. You know what I mean? We have black men sitting up here killing black women all because they cannot take rejection. We have black men out here beating women. Their preferences, might I add. So I mean, when you sit up here and say, "Oh, I don't date night riders. I don't date the Shaniquas." Thank you, because you're doing us a favor. And it's the audacity for me to think that you're somebody worth wasting our time over. Come on, dude. It's ridiculous, and I really wish that black women would just wake up and not support them. And it really pisses me off because there were black women around Asian Doll. Asian Doll was actually defending that girl. And I feel like when she got up, all of them should have got their asses up and not walked their black asses back in there. Because really, their whole thing is how can we? Because they came back and tried to explain away the bullshit that they said. Oh, we like black women. We work with black women. Of course, you work with black women. You need us to promote your shit. Okay, you need us for that. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't have those women sitting there. But yet you want to get on your podcast and call us night riders and Glaquishas and Shaniquas. Let's never mind the fact that black women are more educated than black men. Black women are becoming more employed, more educated, they're becoming opening more businesses more than black men are. But yet you have the audacity to sit up here and downgrade us and talk shit about us. That's no, ma'am. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not supporting Funky and Fruity. I'm not doing that. I'm not supporting them. I will never support them. I didn't even know who the fuck they were. Okay, I didn't know who they were. And then you got Joe Budden out here. I appreciate him for putting his little 2 cents out there, but you don't even date black women. Okay, the women that you date have been Latino. Okay, so you don't. Just don't. Okay, that's all I can say. Just don't. Just don't. We don't need you to help. I mean, he got the right to say what he want to say, but it's funny to me. I mean, it's the right message, but the wrong messenger is what I'm really trying to say. But that's my thoughts on Funky and Fruity podcast. I will not support them. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it down in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Until next time, toodles.